Spanish mercenaries attacked the people of Ipuy, they tried to steal the possible areas of the Ijang. But before they reached the top, the enemies of the walls became when the Spanish mercenaries attempted to attack Ijang for the second time, they were landed on another place called Charahman instead of the Ibud Banwa. With intention to catch Panao and his men by surprise, they passed through Songsong and Jahon, up the hill west of the Ijang. From there, they hurled stones, but even the most powerful missiles thrown by the Spanish mercenaries fell short of their target. Those who tried to gain entry in the southern side were repulsed. The Spanish officials negotiated for peaceful meeting to which Apo Panao agreed. The place was by the seashore south of the Ijang, and the date was set. Once more, Apo Panao outwitted his enemies by a clever strategy. He gathered his people and instructed them to butcher a cow and a pig to be served during the meeting. He would ask for the boat sails of the Spanish mercenaries to be used as a tent. When lunch was served, he would pretend to ask for more, which served as a signal for 10 of his men to uproot the post so that the tent would collapse and cover everybody under it. He cautioned his men who might be trapped not to move. Whoever would move must be beaten to death with a post. The plan was carried out successfully.
Bago. Ay, napasal kami nila. Ano nasapay sa mirandira? Castigo nyo.
When the Spanish mercenaries attempted to attack Ijang for the second time, they landed on another place called Charahman instead of Ibud Banwa. With intention to catch Panao and his men by surprise, they passed through Songsong and Jahon, up to the hill west of Ijang. From there, they hurled stones, but even the most powerful missiles thrown by the Spanish mercenaries fell short of their target. Those who tried to gain entry in the southern side were repulsed. The Spanish mercenaries thought starving Apo Panao and his people by guarding all possible exits of the Ijang. After several days of siege, there was a shortage of food. They could not go to their gardens to harvest root crops, which was their staple at that time. Displaying his wisdom, Apo Panao instructed some of his men to break limestones or mahal into pieces and distributed it to his people during mealtime. the people and their children pretended to eat them. The Spanish mercenaries were deceived thinking that they were actually eating turkey and wakal, and that they still have a plenty of food supply. The Spaniards, with their food already exhausted, returned to Basco. The Spanish mercenaries, who were able to escape, ran back to their boats and rowed towards Basco to report the incident. When the Spanish mercenaries responded with their rifles and cannons, it was timely when Apupano came out. He was shot and died. Leaderless and scared, the people panicked and fled for their lives. Pano's men went down to surrender. As punishment for their participation in the mutiny, Governor Del Castillo ordered the inhabitants of Itbud, along with the people of Itlacbo, to transfer to the newly established town of San Jose de Ibana in the southwestern corner of Batan Island. Some went to settle in the narrow strip of flatland near the present Church of Castillo, who ordered the inhabitants of Itbud. Some went to settle in the narrow strip of flatland near the present Church of Ibana, while the majority opted to settle in what is now the poblacion of Uyugan. The Itbud settlement near the Ibana Church was named San Felix de Itbud, and the Itbud settlement in Uyugan was named San Antonio de Uyugan, carrying over the name of the original patron saint of Itbud. Both settlements became Visita of San Jose de Ibana until the end of the 19th century.
Tabay ay sana. Mawat na tayo. Ayan naman ka na. Asa di ba ko ba yan? Hindi. Great dancing.
time as San Felix de la Vieux, decided to leave the place and join with the rest of their relatives in San Antonio de Uyugan. This transfer resulted in the complete abandonment of the settlement of San Felix in Ivana.
Nakapay pa na naman.
Of their relatives in San Antonio de Uyugan. This transfer resulted in the complete abandonment of the settlement of San Felix in Ivana.
Tama na tumumiyak, nakanin ka pa.
Bayan niya to.
Kumampayan ko. Hindi ka rin pa nila yan. Yan yung rutuhan.
Napay sa tanya may nakamukayan.
Ito natin.
Solo parents yan.
Diba daw ka na doon ako ganituhin mo may kayo.
In the third quarter of the 19th century, the Dominican missionary Father Fabian Martin, then priest of Ivana, initiated several movements. When the Americans took over Batanes in 1900s, they downgraded its administrative of the province of Cagayan, with Luciano Barzana as its first municipal president. Used to be the province of Batanes, eventually became Paris of newly installed municipality of Batanes. The successive appointments of Alvaro Gutierrez and Teofilo de los Santos as Teniente of Uyugan between 1900 and 1909 implies that Uyugan had ceased to be a visita of Ivana when the Americans took over Batanes. On August 20, 1907, the American colony Cagayan. As a sub-province, it would be headed by a lieutenant governor. In 1908, Otto Scherer, a German philologist, was appointed to the position. At this time, the town of Moscow was installed as a municipality, the only one under the sub-province of Batanes. All the other towns, including Uyugan, became mere values of the municipality of Moscow.
Delikado.
On May 20, 1909, the American Colonial Administration issued Act Number 1952, reinstalling Batanes to a full provincial status. Otto Scherer, then Lieutenant Governor, was promoted to the position of Governor. The establishment of Batanes as a province installed all its existing towns to the municipal status. Municipalities was administered by a president, vice president, councilors, and treasurer. In 1910, Governor Scherer appointed the first administrative officials of Uyugan, Cheres, who previously served as Teniente, was appointed president. Honorable Jugador as vice president, Teofilo de los Santos as councilor, who is also a former teniente, and Francisco Agudo as treasurer. The appointment on March 10, 1917, the American colonial government issued number 2711, known as an act amending the administrative code, designated Batanes as a specially organized province along with Mountain Province, Nueva Vizcaya, and Palawan, is as a municipality under the province of Batanes. At present, 1,380. Majority of the people live through farm lastly Kamayugan in Barangay Kayuganan, which was originally founded in 1933, was passed on through generations, and still existing until today. You always choose to extend a hand to others and enhance resiliency of all the people of Yugan amidst all adverse calamities.
My dear guests, friends, and everyone, let us witness how the famous Kamanilungan Association, founded in 1933, works well until today. Featuring actors, they will be showcasing their yearly big event, or the so-called Kapayatok, with wrap-up of its phases. Ahead of time is their organizational meeting to identify which house is needing repair and careful planning of member contributions or to lead the actual date of the event based on the phase of the moon or kapaytsa. This exhibition also showcases the week-long event for acceptance of member contributions or kapangku on the first day. The actual kapayatok on the next days, culminating to kapalipus or welcoming relatives to come for food donations called akad or wine donation called tudong, along with kapaysan good or clean up on the last day. The Kapalipus is a common community event where all volunteers coming from the 4 barangays come for voluntary Kamanilungan Festival.
Dito ka nakabaong kisitos ka na. Unang daw, nung nangyayat ka pa dito.
Ano rin kapag walang katatama mo?
In celebration of the 115th Uyugan Foundation, Honorable Argel Ortiz, in charge of yours truly, and Ma'am Elena Valdemar, in charge of play area.
Yes, Mama Hers.
Mr. Raymond Darren Jackson, Mr. Juan D. Cobico, Mr. Aristotle M. Ortiz, Mr. Roger Misona, Mr. George Elica, Mr. Michael Caracol, around Professor Edwin A. Valientes. Overseers, Ms. Marisa R. De Los Santos. For music and choreography, Ms. Banti Mainani for ground layout and graphics, Ms. Irene Geronimo for flow and illusions, Mr. Jerome Moro for painting and in charge of music, Ms. Mary Joy Ms. Aiza
Palikuri.
Mr. Adami.
Palik.
Live band, Engineer Joel Kapugao, Mr. Jose Mata, Mr. Steve Cubico, Mr. George Ika, and Ms. Denise Adami. In charge of villages,
Sino pa ganyan?
Honorable Sarah Jonathan B. Durante, Chairman Mr. Saldi C. Adri, Co-Chair Ms. Ethel P. Batin. Kay Maluganan, care of Honorable Franklin A. Cabugao, Chairman Mr. Jonathan P. Los Santos. Itgood, care of Honorable Misia B. Anay, Chairman Ms. Mary Joy Y. Balumar, and Co-Chair Ms. Alice Hecha. And for Ikapu, Honorable Nora Ilika, Chairman Mr. Saldi C. Adri, Co-Chair Ms. Christine Basbas. Through the strong support and assistance from Mayor Jonathan Enrique B. Nanag Jr. and all the SB members, IPMR and SK. And most especially, the special participation